Hey guys, this is Angela Brooks, and for the next 25 to 30 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about how to use attraction marketing to grow your business. If I can get the screen to shift. My name is Angela Brooks, and I'm pretty excited to talk to you about the number one thing you need in your business. There's just some things that every single business, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a brick and mortar or an online business, that they need. And first of all, if you don't know me, I retired from nursing in 2014 after 25 and a half years in a psychiatric hospital. Yes, I was a nurse, not the patient. I was able to collect my pension after leaving, and I was 48 years old. I did that so I could run my business part-time from home using my blog and social media. And I don't want to give anybody the impression that my blog and social media is all that it took to make this a successful business, but that is where I got started, and it's something that you can do as well because it doesn't cost a lot of money. I'm married to an amazing man. His name is Dale Brooks. I have two boys, Milo, who's 13, and Zach, who is 20. There's Dale. That's my Milo. And there's my college picture, Zach. And this is the Brooks. This is my why. This is what gets me in this crazy industry to learn all the things and the different tools that we have to do to put this together so that I can make our life better. But in the process of making our life better, I'm also making other people's life better. And that's something that's very important to me, is to be able to learn what I need to do and then share that with someone like you. The number one thing that every business needs, no matter what business you're in, that's people. And I think that is what the biggest struggle that I hear from most people is, who do I talk to and where do I find them? Well, it's actually right in front of you. Leads, people, interests, parties, prospects, whatever you want to call them, they're all the same thing. If you are to grow any business, you need to be able to get people to buy your stuff, buy your product, pay for your service, or join your opportunity. Marketing is identified as eyeballs, and attracting them to you by what you do is called attraction marketing. If you had $1,000 check laying on your kitchen counter with a name on it, with your name on it, would you hesitate to cash it? No, not even for a second. But most of the time, people will not talk to others that are right in front of them who have raised their hand and said, yes, I'm interested. They stall, they don't know what to say, and they let that person go. And you may only get one chance per person. There's many ways to attract eyeballs to you, and I like to call it eyeballs because most of us have our smartphone in our hand, or we're looking at our laptop, or we have an iPad, something that is mobile, a mobile device that's always with us. But you can blog, you can do social media, you can call leads, which is not something I want to do until they've gone through a system. Systems are extremely important for your business. Otherwise, it can get very frustrating, thinking that you're going to pick up the phone and call what I call cold fish and try to warm them up to your market. It is the hardest job you'll ever do. And there's ways that you can do this so that you are talking to people who are ready to talk to you. Let that sink in, because there's a whole lot of no's in this business, but there's also people that really want what you have. Facebook ads, that is something that takes a little bit of training. Facebook ads are very good to have. In-person events, I highly recommend, because that's where you meet people that you would never meet in any other industry. Everybody comes together with the same mindset to learn, and you can have conversations with people that are looking for the same thing you are. You can learn from other people. And when I go to events, I try to have lunch, dinner, breaks with different people so that I'm always learning something new. If nothing else, you're meeting a new friend or a new person. Ask for referrals. That is something that people do not do, and that's ask for referrals. Super simple. If somebody's not interested, for you to just ask, hey, do you know anybody else that would be open to an opportunity or would be open to blah, 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 whatever your product is. You want to see if they can send you somebody because they may not be interested, but they're going, my sister-in-law might want that. So that's the easiest person you can talk to, and I'll talk about that later. Videos and Facebook Live. Of course, we all know that Facebook Live is absolutely on fire right now. People get to know, like, and trust you quicker because they can hear your voice, they can see your face. And webinars, just like this one, where you can teach what you know. Number one thing I like to get started with is start tapping into your network. It's not necessarily who you know, but who your network of people are. And who is your network? It's anybody that's in your space. It's your social media people that's on your email list, your phone list on your phone. That's your network. Those are people. It's a powerful tip. And you'll get what you're going to get today. When you ask for referrals from people you're not connected to, it's easier to say, hey, Joe said that you may be interested in or open to, I don't like the word interested, sorry about that, that Joe said you may be open to such and such product because he said you had, maybe you had a skin disorder that you needed an extra cream for, or you needed new hair wash or face balm or whatever you wanted to start with. Use your lead and always lead it back to somebody that they know, because it gives you a different connection. If you just walked up and started talking to somebody that had some kind of health issue or some kind of problem, they're going, well, how did you know about that? You want to make sure that you relate the person, say, hey, Joe said, and he referred me to you. And that opens the door, and people will lean back and kind of like listen to you. So be careful how you say things, but stop having all the classes and making phone calls with people who's just not interested. It's very hard business, and attracting people to you who are makes this business a whole lot more fun. Having classes with the same people is what I call flatline business. It's great that they are supporting you and they're showing up for class and that they want to learn. But if they are not bringing 2 to 3 people with them each and every time, then your class is not growing, and neither is your business or theirs. It should be a requirement for your team, if they're coming to one of your events, your meetings, your classes, that they bring someone with them. And I would even get somebody, hey, I can't go to this meeting without bringing somebody with me. I just need you to go for accountability. You never know that when you get that butt in that seat, if all of a sudden they're going to hear something that is exciting for them. Maybe yes, maybe no, but you need to ask. Each person who attends should bring somebody new. Beware of first aid marketing. Teach your team to be independent and lead by example. Because if you're not paving the way for them, they're just going to do exactly what you're doing. So they're watching you when they come in. How is it they are presenting? How are they holding their self? How are they teaching? So if you are not duplicatable, neither will your team be. Using social media is powerful. It's a relationship marketing tool that so many of us are using. I mean, every single day, there are 3.5 billion likes, 80 million pictures are posted, 15 times greater than Facebook. This is Instagram, and 15 times greater than Facebook and 20 times greater than Twitter. I don't know why I didn't put the name of that in there, but that's for Instagram. Yeah, I did. But social platforms are trackable. It's easy for you to see how people connect with you so that you can do it again and again and again. It's a rinse and repeat where you find what brings people to you so that you can start sharing things that will draw them on in closer to you. And that's called curiosity marketing. A lot of people don't get that. And it's hard for people to understand because it is the opposite of what you think you need to do. And that's keep your company a secret. And anybody who's new to the industry, they're like, well, that's dumb. Why do I not want to tell people what my company are, what my company is because now we have the big Mac Daddy called Google, and people will go and do their own research, and they won't necessarily pull up the right content that they would need. They're going to pull up the negative stuff first. One of the things you need to do is out-teach your competitors with curiosity posts, social media, that makes them go, wonder what she's doing. The biggest compliment that somebody can say to you is, what is it that you do? That opens the door so that you can actually tell them what it is that you're doing. And that gives you permission to strike up that conversation and ask more questions about them as well. Always remember that you should be listening more than you're talking, and allow that person to just ramble. And I don't mean forever, because some people don't know where the stop button is. They want to tell you their whole life history. And you always want to be able, that's where you're going to get your data from that person, is listening. When people ask about your comment, your blog post, your training, let them talk more than you, because you say less to more people. Listening is something that people don't get a lot. They are talked at in their job. They're talked at from their children, their spouse, their family, their whatever. And when they find somebody who actually listens, they lean into you. You have to be careful that you don't give people a free platform for therapy, but listening to what someone is saying is, you're going to get a lot of data for, are they right for your business? Not everybody is right for your business. So don't think because they have blood running through their body that you want them in your business, because you don't want to deal with some people. People never get bored talking about themselves. So keep that in mind. Here is a post that I did about a hot flash, which was not fun. And I said, the heat is up, the heat is down. I need a jacket, and then I'm ripping clothes off. However, the oils are working, and I've decided being cold is better than being hot. No one has ever been arrested for putting on more clothes, but they have for taking them off. I had 57 likes, 15 comments, and all of these other women were able to give me a reference to somebody they knew who was struggling, or they themselves were struggling. Those are hot leads that you just simply hold your mouse over their name on Facebook, and it'll pull up a little box with their information in it. Send them a message. Say, hey, I saw that you responded to my post about having a hot flash. Is that you? Are you having those too? Start a dialogue. Don't go straight into sales. Find out if she's even hot flashes, or she was just being nice and leaving a comment. You have to be careful how you do your follow-up, so that you don't start puking on them with your product. I'm always blown away by people who will send me a message on Facebook, hello, and 5 minutes later they're trying to sell me something. That is like a major turnoff. Hello. This is my Facebook fan page. If you're not over on my fan page, do come over and follow me. It's Angela Brooks Biz. I post a lot of things. I post things on both pages, but I do a lot on my fan page. Marketing 101. Are you getting value out of this so far? Have you learned a tip that you can start using today? This is stuff that is super simple. It is not anything that it's free. I mean, you've got Facebook right in front of you where you can make curious posts like I did. Let me show you again. This is a curiosity post, and I had 57 people here, and 15 comments. That's a lot of people that I can spend the rest of the day connecting with and seeing if they're open to what I was using. Because I said that I used an oil, but I didn't say what kind, what company, or how much, any of that. So they may be interested in the recipe. So those are folks that you need to reach out to. If you got value from that, I'd love to hear more back from you and see what nugget that you got that worked for you the best. and I will talk about what to do with your leads in the next video.